day. The theme of today's lesson is conditionals. What are conditionals in English grammar? Sometimes we call them if clauses. They describe the result of something that might happen in the present or future, or might have happened but didn't in the past. They are made using different English verb tenses. There are four main types of if sentences in English: the zero conditionals, the first, the second conditional, and the third conditional. These sentences are in two halves clauses: the if part, if clause, and the other part where you can use words such as can, will, may, might, could, and would, main clause. Zero conditional. We make zero conditional sentences with two present simple verbs, one in the if clause and one in the main clause. So if clause, if plus present simple, main clause, present simple. This conditional is used when the result will always happen. So, for example, if water reaches 100 degrees, it always boils. It's a fact. I'm talking in general, not about one particular situation. The result of the if clause is always the main clause. The if in this conditional can usually be replaced by when without changing the meaning. For example, if I'm late for school, my teacher gets angry. It is always true. There can't be a different result sometimes. This is true maybe only for me, but it's still true that my teacher gets angry when I'm late for school. Some more examples. If I oversleep, I miss the bus. If I miss the bus, I'm late for school. If I'm late for school, my teacher gets angry. First conditional. The first conditional has the present simple after if, then the future simple in the other clause. So if clause, if plus present tense, present simple, main clause, will plus infinitive. These conditional sentences are used to talk about things which might happen in the future. Of course, we can't know what will happen in the future, but this describes possible things which could easily come true. For example, if I go to London, I will see the Big Ben. If I go to London, I will see the Big Ben. If I go to Buckingham Palace, I can take a photo of the Royal Guard. If you go to London, you must look right before crossing a street. The second conditional. The second conditional uses the past simple after if, and then would and the infinitive. So if clause, if plus past simple, main clause, would, could, might plus infinitive. We can use were instead of was with I and he, she, it. This is mostly done in formal writing. So the second conditional has two uses. First, we can use it to talk about things in the future that are probably not going to be true. Maybe I'm imagining some dreams, for example. Second, we can use it to talk about something in the present which is impossible because it's not true. Have a look at the example. If I were an astronaut, I would travel in a spaceship. If I traveled in a spaceship, I would go to Mars. If I went to Mars, I would meet a Martian. If I met a Martian, I wouldn't understand him. If I didn't understand him, I would come back to the Earth. the third conditional. We make the third conditional by using the past perfect after if, and then would have and the past participle in the second part of the sentence. If clause, if plus past perfect tense, main clause, would, could, might, plus have, plus past participle. It talks about the past. It's used to describe a situation that didn't happen and to imagine the result of this situation. If I had studied hard, I would have passed my exam. But really, I know that I didn't study, and so I didn't pass my exam. If you had studied hard, you wouldn't have failed your exam. If you had passed your exam, you could have gone to the beach. If I had gone to the beach, I would have made sand castles. And here, some exercises for you to practice the grammar conditionals. Make zero conditional sentences. Write the second conditional sentences and the third conditional sentences. That's all for today. Thank you for attention.